So my name is John Walsh. I'm the CEO and co-founder, and I was in the CTL program at MIT back at the turn of the century. And a lot's changed since then. And one of the things that's happened is that the Gen AI side of the world is really starting to take over, and we've seen a tremendous amount of activity in the public data, but inside corporations and enterprise data, that is still not really accessible to these Gen AI models and the capabilities there because it's essentially incoherent data. It doesn't have the same characteristics of all the information that's available on the internet and when humans have applied all the information into these data sets. So what we do at ProfitIsle is basically we focus on the proprietary enterprise data. And because we're focused exclusively on companies, and the reason that corporations exist is to generate profit, we are basically creating coherent data sets associated with profitability. And what we do in our solution is we create a full P&L for every invoice line of every transaction. And that allows us to make all of the enterprise data coherent through the language or through the lens of profitability. So we work with large multinational companies. We're working with a $10 billion retailer, and we're producing at this point 1.2 billion profit and loss statements. That allows data sets now to be quite robust and can be used to support many large language models and generate more insights out of corporate data. We have a lot of history doing this. We've figured out how to basically look at the corporate data through the lens of 26 data groups. We've worked with most major types of systems. And what we do is we're based on the Google Cloud. We ingest all that data. We do a massive transformation. Those of you who've been around for a while, this is activity-based costing now in the 4th or 5th generation. It's fully dynamic. Once we transform that data, then we do a series of segmentations. One of the things that we've seen is that corporations running on 1 to 5 P&Ls can't see what's really happening inside their company because the traditional P&L is one large average. And what we know is that underneath the average, there's nothing normal about corporations. They're actually running the 80-20 rule. And once you see the underlying data, you have the ability to make much better decisions. And our software allows companies to do that. So we basically will augment these data sets. So we're taking ERP data, freight data, HRIS data, all the data available. We're transforming it into these profit and loss statements at the lowest level. We're then segmenting and adding value to those data sets and then using that as the basic for agentic recommendations on the overall profitability inside the corporation. Okay. Just continue. So an example for a $10 billion retailer, we've taken 13 data groups and we've helped them improve dramatically their promotional spending. We've helped them improve their store labor planning. And we've also allowed them to do much better work with their product supplier mix. With a $10 billion global distributor, again, we've taken multiple ERP systems, brought it all together. We've helped them dramatically with their private label pricing, which they couldn't see before we actually showed them the profitability all the way back to manufacturing. We've helped them identify very clear opportunities to change customer contracts. And again, we've shown them the visibility of their product profitability and improve their mix. And finally, on the manufacturing side, which is more complex across multiple continents and multiple ERP systems, we've helped them to improve their pricing to reflect the actual cost across all of their production facilities. Again, that's led directly to new customer contract negotiations, and we've dramatically improved their sales and operation planning based on true profitability. We basically work with different parts of the company, the office of the CFO, store operations management, pricing teams and marketing teams, as well as supply chain teams. So each one of these is using this fundamental new data set and providing strong recommendations. We're looking for your help to find a new partners, ideally 200 to $20 billion companies. And we generally like to talk to the senior people in the company because this really does change how companies operate using financial information to make better decisions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John. And again, good to see that you're working globally with a lot of companies. So does Profit Isle have the data infrastructure and the data availability to support AI implementation? And what are some of the foundational elements for AI?
So what we do, because of the transformation that we do to the profit and loss statement, which is universal, we actually, our output is a strong foundation. It's literally the language of profit, and it's absorbable by large language models. And so our transformation, we can deploy in roughly 8 weeks for a multi-billion-dollar company. And so we're doing a massive data transformation that is now foundational for future AI projects.
Okay, and continue with that. How do current AI initiatives align with your company's goals as well?
A lot of the AI work that's going on right now has been focused primarily on using essentially this public data. We have seen, and we've spent a lot of time talking with Google, their big challenge right now is getting enterprise data to actually coordinate or connect with some of these other capabilities. And the transformation work that we do for large companies is really speeds up that process, and it achieves it much more with a lot less cost than if they can do it without our solution.
Okay, John, thank you.